All right, chat. So we're gonna be showcasing Escanor, and we're gonna be doing it in Sandbox so that we can activate Monarch. So all right, we're gonna go right now here into play, and we're gonna showcase Escanor. Now this is not gonna be like the most in-depth showcase ever. Now, I want you guys to know that there is a passive that will allow Esganor to basically burn every single other slot. And if he burns every other slot, he can actually become basically free to upgrade. So I'm going to ask him to burn every slot. And this is because he does have that passive to burn basically every single last one of his slots. And if he burns all of those slots and plays down Esganor, Esganor will basically become a unit that is free to upgrade and is also free to play. So he basically become a free unit. And that is why in the sneak peek of the Anime Vanguards Discord, you can see actually that Esganor there is one placement of Esganor, the one at the top, that has 0 sell value. And this is because of that passive. So, alright, so now that he has placed down, he's burned every single last one of the slots. I want to see if he burned out all the slots. This is Escanor starting damage with Monarch. On placement, upgrade 0. This guy has freaking 130,000 damage. Now, so earlier he wasn't actually able to burn all the units, but now he's able to burn all the units. And Escanor's placement, as you guys can see right there, is 0. And if he places Esganor, Esganor will actually be 0 here. He will cost 0 to place down, which is absolutely diabolical, bro. That is diabolical. This unit is 0. So okay, I don't have Monarch on, but on placement without Monarch, he actually has like good damage already. So I'm going to activate King's Burden here and ask him to sell it. And now with the first placement, literally the first placement of Esganor, he's doing 32,000 damage with the Monarch. Now, this is the first passive that I was talking to you about. On the pre-match screen, the player can select to burn unit slots. Burn unit slots cannot be used for every slot burner empty team slot. Permanently gain 1 hour stack. If all slots are burned or you have no other units equipped, this unit will upgrade itself every wave and becomes free to play. So his second passive is for every wave that passes, this unit gains 1 hour stack. So every wave is 1 hour stack. For every hour stack, this unit gains 15% more damage and 1.5% range. While at 12 stacks, this unit gains 30% damage and all enemies in range get inflicted with burn for 2% of this unit's damage for 5 seconds, which, by the way, his damage can get up to 1 million with Monarch. While at 12 stacks, this unit gains plus 30% damage. While 12 stacks, this unit gains plus 30% damage and all enemies in range get inflicted with burn every second. Upon hitting 12 stacks, every wave lower stacks count by 1. So he will kind of go down. So after wave 12, he will peak, and then after wave 12 going down, it will also decrease his damage and all that stuff. But it's still pretty good. Now, Sunshine, attacks inflict burn for 30% of this unit's damage for 5 seconds. So this is he has a different burn here and also has a different burn here. If an enemy leaves this unit's range, this unit will inflict that enemy with burn for 100% of this unit's damage. So listen to this, okay? If he does 1 million damage and an enemy, right? If an enemy leaves his range and he has max upgrade, that enemy will take 100% of his damage for 5 seconds, which, by the way, could be, as you can see right here, 290,000. This is broken, okay? For 5 seconds, this is broken. Now, he does also have an ability which I haven't even seen yet. Deals 400% damage to every enemy in range. Can only be used once per match per player. So this one is a nuke basically, but it is can only be used once per match. So it's not really that good. But yeah, this is hella nice. And also, I want you guys to take note that he doesn't have unknown element, but attacks inflict percent burn of this unit's damage for 5 seconds. If an enemy leaves this unit's range, there's this part right here in the third passive that says anytime this unit inflicts burn on an enemy, he will cleanse all debuffs and status effects from himself. So it appears that they do take the burn, and his final upgrade is this full circle full AoE right here. And he does have this ability that sets himself to 12-hour. Sets itself to 12-hour stacks and gain plus 50% damage. Can no longer lose hour stacks after 5 wave. This unit sells itself. So I don't think so. This are actually some pretty good passive. So for example, if you want to like maybe fight a boss or like kill a boss, maybe you can use that ultimate move. But now he is doing 585,000 damage. Now the reason why he's not as high as possible is because he doesn't have the ultimate, or it's because he doesn't have all his stacks. But if he turns on the ultimate, I think that's when we're gonna see that 1 million damage, I believe. Alright, so ultimate is turned on, and yeah, that is when he has the 1 million damage. But I want you guys to take notice that this unit is cooked after 5 waves. So yeah, this unit is actually gonna be cooked after 5 waves. What I want to do right now, again, is spawn in those flying ants. And I want to spawn in a lot of them. And I want to see what will happen once they leave his range. They should die, technically. They should die. Oh my god, never mind. He's just applying too much burn to them. I need something more. Spawn in 15 Itachis. They're going to be very fast. Hella fast, actually. Bro, they're just taking too much damage. Yeah, the burn is too crazy. I have to increase that. Alright, now, Itachi has 7 million HP. His damage is still doing so much. I want to see if they're gonna take... Okay. As you guys can see right there, because he is at a max stack, he can cleanse himself very easily. That's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, here, they should... Oh yeah, they are taking his burn. They're taking his burn. As you guys can see right there, they're out of his range, but they're still taking his burn. So that's pretty nice as well. They're out of his range, yet they're still taking his burn. Alright, this time I kind of want to explain this unit even more. And so the first time I kind of like just glazed him, but now I kind of understand him a lot more. We're going to explain him a little bit more. So basically, as I explained earlier, you have the option to burn slots and be able to place this unit alone. And he will basically be able to upgrade himself per wave, as is stated here. But you can upgrade him as well. You can up him, right, manually. Or no. So you can upgrade him still, but now he does have this option to upgrade himself every wave that passes by himself if you burn all slots, which means you use him solo. Now, there are some weaknesses to him that we will talk about as well later. For one, for every wave that passes, this unit gains 1 hour stack. For every hour stack, this unit gains 15% damage and 1% range, while at 12 stacks, this unit gains plus 30% damage, and all enemies in range get inflicted with burn for 2% of this unit's damage for 5 seconds. So if you use him solo, I believe it will take about... I'm not too sure about this, but I think it will take like wave... because if you use him solo, you will have a free 5 stocks, right? So around wave 7, that's like when you'll see his like max damage. But yeah, after like a certain wave, once he reaches 12 stocks, he will start losing the damage. As you guys can see right here, he's now losing the damage as he regresses. So you can see right here, he's losing damage, and yeah, he's just losing damage. And then after like he gets back to wave 12, that's when he's gonna peak again, and he's gonna start doing more damage again. Now this is without Monarch. We're just using... We were using the Monarch modifier earlier to show you. But now, I think at his max, which we could see right here in a bit. Okay, this one I think right here is his max. He's gonna start burning every second, because every unit that is in his range will get burned for 2% of his damage for 5 seconds. And yeah, so he basically has a peak, and then he starts regressing down again, basically. So he has this peak, and then he starts like regressing again, which is a weakness. That's one of the weaknesses that Escanor has. That's one of his weaknesses. Now, another weakness that Esganor might have, which we will do when we restart, is stuns, right? If you are not at the max wave, you can stun him a lot. He does not have dodge, and his only cleanse is being able to burn enemies. So if you are in a game mode where you get stunned constantly and you place down an Escanor, I'll modify the enemies right now to have explosion stunned. He gets stunned again. He can't attack right now. And then if there's a lot of units that can stun, he can't be able to attack. So that might be a problem. And then also stuff like energy drain, I think won't be a big issue for him. The range debuff won't be a big issue for him. Stun is also not that big of an issue unless it's like a really long stun. Unless it's a really long stun. But yeah, that is one of his weaknesses. As you see right there, he's not moving right now. Not moving. He can't clear himself. So that is one of his weaknesses. Stuns. Also, again, since he doesn't have the unknown modifier like Sangjun, Vanguard, and Kaguya, World Lines and Portals might be harder for him because he will not be able to use unknown to bypass those element modifiers. He won't be able to use unknown to bypass those element modifiers. He does have a nuke though, which we will use right now. I want to see his nuke. Use the nuke, please. But yeah, he is getting stunned, as you guys can see right here. And that might be a problem in certain occasions. Now, his nuke, we're going to show him his nuke. That's the lion sin right there. And he just nukes every single enemy. There you go. And that nuke is 400% of his damage to every enemy in range. So if you had maybe the ultimate activated, you'll be able to get so much from that because you'd gain so much more damage. Then the ultimate is an OP ability that basically allows him to activate this really overpowered form, as you guys can see. And this is how he starts doing 1.11 million damage. Hella overpowered. If he used his nuke while this was active, he would do so much damage. It's crazy. But as you can see, he's not an all-powerful, all-perfect unit. He does have strengths, but he does also have some downsides. He is a pretty great unit, but there's also some pretty big downsides to him that I think is worth mentioning. And I hope I did a good job mentioning those. That's pretty much it for Escanor though. He's a hella powerful unit, and yeah, this unit is hella cool. Now that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys did enjoy it because this video took me a while to make because this unit is pretty complex. But yeah, thank you, Salva, for the showcase. A shout out to Salva right here for giving us the showcase. Really nice, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, by the way, he does sell himself, as you guys can see right there. That's it, guys, and I think I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and sub, and peace out, everybody. Peace out.